Welcome back to the channel. Do you ever get that feeling when something is brewing in a galaxy far, far away, but nobody is quite ready to spill the secrets? Well, that's exactly where we are right now. There's a whole lot of talk, enough to keep all the Star Wars fans on their toes about the latest installment in the franchise. And that's exactly what we're discussing today. So sit back and enjoy as we dive into everything we know about the Mandalorian and Grogu. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Let's begin. Release date. So if you're counting down days for Mandalorian Season 4, hold tight. Before we get to stream another season, Din Djarin and the little legend Grogu will actually be showing up on the big screen first. Yep, Disney and Lucasfilm are bringing Star Wars back to theaters finally, and the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is up next. The good news is that we have a real date, not just another one of those coming soon teasers. The movie is officially scheduled for release on May 22nd, 2026. According to Lucasfilm's press release from earlier this year, Jon Favreau is directing this one, and it'll be the first Star Wars movie to hit theaters since The Rise of Skywalker wrapped up in 2019. Let's talk about the crew making The Mandalorian and Grogu happen, because honestly, it's a dream team for anyone who loves Star Wars. To start with, Dave Filoni is officially co-writing the script with Favreau. Star Wars veterans Doug Chiang and Andrew L. Jones, who already helped shape the look of The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, are back to all those details that make Star Wars feel real and epic. On costumes, it is Mary Zophres leading the charge this time. If you have seen Fly Me to the Moon or La La Land, you know she has range. And it'll be fun to see her bring her style to the galaxy far, far away. And for the music, Elizabeth Goranson, who gave The Mandalorian its iconic theme, is the name everyone is hoping to see back on the score. It has not yet been officially announced. He did pass the reins to Joseph Shirley for Season 3 of the series, but there's definitely buzz, and hope that Goranson might return to set the big screen tone. Plot details. After Season 3's big finale, Din Djarin, Grogu, and Bo-Katan, with a small army of Mandalorians, managed to take down Moff Gideon and give Mandalore back to its people. Bo-Katan, rightful heir and all, is finally in charge. But it wasn't just victory and galactic fireworks. Din Djarin also ended up striking a deal with the New Republic. His mission now was to track down any remaining Imperial remnant leaders still lurking in the shadows, which sets him and Grogu up for some serious trouble on the road ahead, especially with whispers of Grand Admiral Thrawn's return. And let's face it, that guy is never up to anything good. Now, with Dave Filoni's big crossover movie still on the horizon, it's looking like the Mandalorian and Grogu film is going to fill that gap between the adventure we have seen on Disney Plus and the next showdown. We don't have the full plot, but it's pretty safe to say Din and Grogu will be tracking down some new Imperial threats, maybe bumping into some old allies or even a few unexpected faces along the way. Main cast and characters. Alright, let's talk about who's actually leading to the big screen this time. Of course, Pedro Pascal is back doing what he does best as Din Djarin, the Mandalorian himself. It's almost impossible to imagine someone else under that Beskar helmet. He's been the heart of the series, juggling that tough guy routine with those sneaky soft moments for Grogu. So seeing him in the lead again just feels right. Grogu, our favorite little green mischief maker, returns too. The child is still as expressive as ever, thanks to the same behind-the-scenes crew working their magic. And fans are expecting him to have quite a bit more to do now that he's hitting the big screen. Joining them and definitely shaking things up is Sigourney Weaver. She steps in as Colonel Ward, a no-nonsense New Republic veteran who, if chatter, knows how to keep even Din on his toes. Weaver's presence alone has significantly increased the hype. Jeremy Allen White, who most folks know from The Bear, is taking on the voice of Rada the Hutt. That is Jabba's son, if you remember. Sounds wild, right? Apparently, Rada has a pretty memorable part this time, which is already fueling a ton of wild fan theories. We also have Johnny Coyne reprising his role as one of those determined Imperial warlords from the series. He's never been one to make things easy for our heroes. So expect the usual Imperial headaches for Din and Grogu. And because this is Star Wars, you can bet they are keeping things a secret. Think possible returns for other Mandalorian favorites, or maybe a legacy character popping up when we least expect it. For now though, this is all we know. Trailer news. Alright, here's the deal with the trailer. So far, Disney and Lucasfilm are keeping things seriously close to the chest, and there's been no official trailer yet. But that doesn't mean fans have not caught a glance. If you keep an eye on Star Wars Celebration events, you know a select audience got to see an exclusive first look that already has people talking. From what has leaked out about that early trailer, it kicks off with a high-energy sequence. Din Djarin busting into an AT-AT while stormtroopers scramble, pulling off moves that remind you he's lost none of his edge, even away from the small screen. Grogu is not just tagging along this time. He's stealing the spotlight. In the footage, he's wielding the Force like he's finally getting the hang of it. There is this bit where he knocks out a droid that will have fans grinning. Sigourney Weaver steps in as a stern New Republic officer who sends Din off on a mission. She already has a presence. Zeb Orrelios finally makes his live-action movie debut, and there's a shot of him piloting the Razor Crest. The trailer also teases a new thread with Rada the Hutt, where it is that Din and Grogu may be called to rescue him. Even though they're holding back the full plot, every frame in the trailer is loaded with information.
Now listen, I'm gonna go out there and
Theories. With secrecy surrounding the official plot, fans have run wild with possibilities, some of them surprisingly plausible. This one has been gaining steam ever since the Mythosaur showed up in live action last season. Remember all that Mandalorian prophecy talk about a new age being heralded by someone riding a Mythosaur? For a while, fingers pointed to Bo-Katan, but more and more fans are betting on Grogu being the chosen one to tame and ride the creature on the big screen. There have also been questions about who the villain could be. The obvious answer was always Grand Admiral Thrawn, especially after his clear setup in Ahsoka. But lately, there's been a strong rumor that the mysterious bounty hunter Embo is actually the primary antagonist, at least for the first half of the film. Some folks think this could be a bait and switch, with Embo just a stepping stone to something more sinister, possibly connected to the Imperial Remnant, or even Thrawn pulling strings in the background. Another persistent theory, especially after Sigourney Weaver teased Grogu being capable of so much more, is that fans are about to see him go all out with the Force. Maybe we'll see him speak his first words, or even flirt with the edge between light and dark, like young Jedi are famous for. No list of Star Wars theories is complete without at least one wild time travel or cloning scenario. There's one theory, roasted by most of the fandom, that Grogu is actually a reincarnated Yoda, or possibly tied to Snoke's origins. Both are long shots, and most fans do not see Lucasfilm going there. But hey, it wouldn't be Star Wars if people were not spiraling about mysterious lineages and secret identities. Season 3 of The Mandalorian had its ups and downs. You probably heard a lot about that Guns for Hire episode, the one with the surprise cameos and a wild detour to Plazir 15. Fans were split, with some saying it felt too goofy and disconnected from the show's usual grit. Even so, that episode might end up meaning more than folks thought. The Duchess and Captain Bombardier promised to vouch for Mandalore to the New Republic if Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian succeeded. Fast forward, Mandalore is free, Bo-Katan is leading, and Din and Grogu are lying low on Navarro. But you know Star Wars loves to circle back on old deals and threads. And with the Mandalorian and Grogu picking up after these events, there's a good chance that little side quest might factor into Mandalore getting recognized as a real New Republic world. The movie could turn it into a key moment, maybe even giving that episode a bit of redemption and weaving it into Star Wars lore in a big way. Marvelous verdict. So guys, that's pretty much everything going around about the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Honestly, half the fun is hearing what other people think could happen. So I want to hear more from you. Do any of you think the theories we discussed here could show up on the big screen? What are your theories about the film? What are you most excited to see? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoyed watching this, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys. And hey, may the Force be with you.